Sorry, I got cut off there. Because I'm doing this on I do these on my iPhone, and I had too much other video on my iPhone, so I deleted some. I'm back for, I guess, the part two of the Resident Evil Revelations, even though I'm pretty much already done saying what I want to say. But um, I was gonna say, since the good thing, like I said, about Resident Evil Revelations, going back to its roots with the narrow corridors, and there are some generally creepy moments in the game, which is awesome. Definitely a few more than a few jump scares as well. Uh, but with that old feeling and an old sort of formula coming back, although it does blend action really quite well. It blends it to survival horror, and it really is survival. Like sometimes you don't have, like I found myself, especially in early sections of the game, like without ammo or with very little ammo, and having to conserve it and use my knife, and that was great. Um, but with that old formula also comes backtracking, which there is quite a lot of. It gets better and better as you progress through the game, as in meaning like there's less and less backtracking as you progress through the game. But the first, there's 12 chapters in the game. I'd say the first 7 chapters, the good first half of the game is there's a ton of backtracking, and with the map being so shitty, it gets quite annoying. But you know, there's another thing is that there's a lot of useless characters in this game, and the Resident Evil series has never been exactly a series known for its or for its character development or for its character quality. But you still have the four main protagonists of this series: Claire, Jill, Chris, and Leon. And Chris and Jill, are good in this game as well. They're good, but pretty much the entire rest of the supporting cast is they're just so forgettable, um, and so useless in general. Whether it's they're trying to assist you, or whether it's in cutscenes and you're just kind of bored by all their stiff wooden dialogue. The villain is really he's a poor villain as well. And some of the characters' actions are just they just don't make sense, as well as some of the circumstances of what happens to the characters. Like being thrown into a fire explosion and somehow surviving without any scars and being human, not mutated by any virus or anything. But yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna wrap this up. Despite all the bad things I said about Resident Evil Revelations, it does have its problems. But again, this could have easily been a console game, easily. It's a good length of a game. You take 11, 12 hours to beat it. You got Jill and Chris, who are it's finally good to see Jill back in a main game, and it is her game, so it's good to see her back. And the gameplay is solid. You get back to the survival horror roots of the series, as well as blending some of the Resident Evil 4, 5, 6 sort of action elements as well. But those two really really blend seamlessly. They did such a good job on Revelations, and with rumors of Revelations 2, I'm really hoping that it comes to consoles right away. Because again, it could have easily been a console game. Um, so for any Resident Evil fan, definitely check it out, especially if you're like me and you just want to wash that dirty, dirty Resident Evil 6 taste out of your mouth. Definitely pick up Resident Evil Revelations. Totally worth it. You got the new, you got the old, the good and the bad, but mostly good. So for Resident Evil Revelations, I'm actually going to give an 8 out of 10. Definitely worth playing. Check it out. All right, guys. I will see you, guys and girls, hopefully. I will see you next week.